Welcome everyone. This is Gaming with Jason. I am your host. You can figure out what my name is. Okay, so the title of this video is Come Play With Me. So I want to invite you to come play with me, and I'm going to give you special instructions if you want to come play with me. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a little bit of history of the channel, what the intent of the channel was, so that you understand why I'm doing what it is that I'm doing. Okay, and so I'm also going to give you kind of like a little bit of an order of how things kind of went over. For those of you that are on my Discord server that are watching this, that's Sam behind me. So but anyways, so let's get into it real quick. What I originally started this channel as a tutorial. What I used to do is, because I wanted to change the game, I wanted to make it last longer. I wanted to be able to have more long drawn out battles that required a lot more teamwork, a lot more stuff like that. And so that was the intent behind what it was that I started. And I originally started just typing it out, but I got tired of typing it out. And, sometimes I would go to the previous server and copy and paste. And I got tired of it because it was long and drawn out, and I had to rewrite the same thing over and over and over again. So what I decided to do was to create a channel as a tutorial so that you could understand the game mechanics. Okay, I wanted you to understand the basic mechanics. Once you understand the basic mechanics, from that point, then you develop your own strategy. What works for you? What is your play style? What do you like to do? How much time do you have? There are different factors that go into the way I play and that will go into the way in which you play. Okay, and so for about a year and a half ago, I started this channel, Gaming with Jason, and after probably about 3 or 4 months, about 3 or 4 months, I ended up losing my place. For those of you that have been here since the beginning and heard me talk about some things, or who have come over to my main channel, I had lost my cleaning business down in Texas, went to stay with my parents for about a year, tried to start up a new business. The business climate, it's not there. I'm not going to get into politics, but it's just, to start a business now is much harder than it was about 7-8 years ago when I started my business, okay? And so I stayed with my parents, but it wasn't working out. And so I started another channel that talked about homelessness, and I made the choice to become homeless because it was a lot better situation than what I was in. Okay, and so I talked about prepping, and I talked about how homeless could teach preppers how to prep. Okay, so if any of you guys are preppers, I think that might be part of your mentality. Part of the reason what drove me to the game was that I've been a prepper for most of my adult life in one form or fashion. Okay, and so naturally somebody that has that mentality might want to see what could be a possible real life scenario as far as getting going through the whole World War III thing, which we happen to be right in the middle of right now. So, and I'm sure that there are plenty of you that are being affected by this if you are in Europe or the Middle East. Okay, and I know that there's a lot of players from the Middle East that do play this. Okay, but anyways, I came back about a year later after I stopped posting on that channel, or on this channel, just to see how it was doing, and it turned out it was ready to be monetized. I mean, and my views, I get better views on this channel than I do on my main channel, which is kind of embarrassing, but I understand why. It's a game, and I set this up as a tutorial style channel, so naturally I will probably get a lot more views. Okay, and so I came back and I said, well, since I can monetize it, I might as well keep it going. Think of this like the work that I put in the beginning. I'm getting royalties from it, because the new generations of players that are coming, that are searching for ways to be able to learn, and then those who have learned my style and learned from this channel are now telling their friends to come to my channel so that they can learn, because they learned how to be a much better player. And that's one thing that I saw that was lacking in the Conflict of Nations venue, as far as tutorials and people teaching. Nobody really taught how the game mechanics really worked. And it doesn't matter how much the game changes, as long as you understand the mechanics, you'll be fine, and you'll be able to adapt and improvise. Now, everybody's going to take a little bit of time away from the game. I took about a year away from the game, and I've come back, and I'm just as strong. I mean, the first few games I got my ass whooped quite a few times, but after that, I ended up, I'm right back on top. I'm sitting at like 2,300 points on one server, and I've got enough for a solo win on a couple of servers, actually. But yeah, I'm a team player, and so therefore I'm doing it with the team because, a lot of these guys are my Discord guys, okay? And so what I've been doing since I've come back to the game, since the channel is doing what I intended it to do, which was to be a platform to teach you guys the basics, and so that you could develop your own strategy and your own gameplay from that. But there are still people that come to me and like, oh, I want to learn more. Well, I can only teach so much in video, and based upon my lifestyle, I mean, I've been on the road. I started in the Orlando area October of 22, and I made it all the way up to Cincinnati, and then I hopped freight train all the way back down here to Florida. I took trails. I rode a bike for a while. I did all kinds of different things, and so I'm still living that lifestyle because I'm building something with all of the YouTube content that I put up. I'm actually working on monetizing a third channel, which is about my dog. Her name is Sam. And so, that's kind of what's been going on in the background, and part of the reason why you don't see me posting a lot of videos, and when I do, it's just me here. Because here's the thing, I can show you my gameplay, but if you were actually there playing a game with me, you get to watch not only how do I build my divisions, how do I build the way that I attack, and how do I move units around, what units am I building. You may see me in one game build units a specific way, but then I go in a different game, I build units a different way. Well, you get the opportunity to watch me and to actually ask me direct questions of why did you do that, because at that point in time, if you really want to learn more about the game, you're going to have to play with me, and you're going to have to ask me questions. Why did you do that? Also, over there on the Discord server, okay, and if you want to come, if you want to play with me, what you're going to have to do is you're going to have to come over to the Discord server, okay, and it's Gaming with Jason. You can ask for an invite link in the comments, and I will send one as soon as I see the comment. I usually see it within 24 hours. I'm about to jump out on trail, so it might be about 3 days tops, but I always respond. I always check in on this channel on a daily basis, multiple times a day, so that I can answer some of your questions that you guys post to the best of my ability. Okay, but again, if you want to, you can look up the server Gaming with Jason. You can come over, you can join. It's an open public server. If you know any of the players that are already on Discord with me, then you can ask them for an invite link. I believe they have the ability to do it. I don't know. I'm still kind of I'm really not that good at Discord. I chat with the guys, and whenever I'm ready to play a game, I always go in there and say, I'm ready to play a game, who's ready? And I got players that I play with, and I play with different players all the time, and I get to watch them and see how they play, and I get to ask them questions, because it's like, wow, you did really good. Like, what, and I might ask them something like, okay, why did you do it this way? Why did you attack here? Why, one of the questions that I get asked is, how do you expand so quickly? And I mean, I've done videos on it, but you're just going to have to sit back and watch me and see it in real live action to be able to understand it. So what I'm doing is I'm inviting you over there to visit me and to play with me and the other players that are over there on Discord, and you could play games with them too, because now everybody has the same foundation of game mechanics, so you know who and what you're working for, and it'll even make the game much better, because now you're playing with people that you're getting to know and that you're making friends with, and these are people that are all around the world that are playing, because some of the guys are in the Middle East, and I think we got one guy in French Canada, and we got some guys in Europe, and we got guys all over the place. Okay, and it will give you a chance to play with them, to learn with them, and to kind of hone in your strategy and work with each other to be able to enhance your overall skill of the game. Okay, and so that's what this is really meant for. That's the next level of this channel. So if you've reached a point where you've watched all my videos and you've learned everything that you think you can learn, but you still want to learn more, and you want to come play a game with me, you got to come over to my Discord server, or you got to ask for it down in the comments. Okay, so with that being said, thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new. And if you are new to this channel, make sure that you watch all the videos. They're there for a reason. You know, not my playthroughs, but my videos about the game mechanics, such as the buildings that you can build and what they do. And, you know, such as, you know, dealing with Navy and dealing with land units and military doctrine and, you know, the different strategies I've tried. All of those are important to kind of give you an idea of the dynamics of the game, to kind of help broaden your view so that you don't get stuck just using one set of units, because I do see players that do that and it works for them. But, you know, each game requires a different type of strategy because you're going against different people, and that's the most important part. So anyways, guys, don't forget to subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell notification so that you can watch any new videos that I have come out. I have to do one at least once a month in order to keep this channel monetized, so I'm going to keep doing that until either it dies out or the game goes away or something along those lines. And maybe in the next year when I get housed, which is what my next goal is, what I'm working towards, then, you know, I will be able to pick up and start doing like through plays and stuff like that in the game. But, you know, it's going to take some time because I've got to build a financial foundation, and that's what I've been working on for the last year while I've been out here walking around in the woods and everything. So thanks for watching. See you in the next video.